Carl here from Brrraaains Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short. And it's horror movie review time. Looking and feeling like the TV movie it is, but being far better than expected. Nightmare at the End of the Hall comes from writer Nora Zucker and director George Mendeluk. The story of Nightmare at the End of the Hall surrounds Courtney, played by Sarah Rue, a best-selling novelist who has struggled to follow up on that success. So she takes a job as a teacher at the Douglas Academy boarding school, a school she went to, and where her best friend Jane, played by Jacqueline MacInnes Wood, committed suicide. It was this harrowing event that Courtney used to inspire her novel, even if it made her extremely unpopular in certain circles. People saying she took advantage of her friend's death. So she figures working at the school will help her come to terms with the death of Jane and the opportunity to give back to some of the young women enrolled there. Courtney also has some things she needs to work through too. She's on medication for panic attacks, unwilling to get close to Brett, played by Cavan Smith, who is also the ex-boyfriend of Jane, and also unnerved by student Laurel, who is also played by Jacqueline MacInnes Wood, because she bears an uncanny resemblance to her dead friend. Of course, being played by the same actress, that is what they were clearly going for. Then she starts to experience paranormal events, including thinking that she sees Jane's ghost out and about. Is something supernatural actually going on? Or is it psychosis that has been unearthed now Courtney is back in the school? It does sound like your run-of-the-mill paranormal horror. And it is when it comes to the overarching story. But thanks to engaging characters and some excellent twists and turns, Nightmare at the End of the Hall ends up being a pretty damn fine movie. It is a character-driven horror movie where the writing wants you to care about the main players, something it actually manages to do nicely. Alongside that, it tells a story through two time periods, both eventually combining to reveal the truth of what happened and what is going on right now in the film. It will keep you hooked right up to the very end, and that end is satisfying. It's, if not a little far-fetched. It does push the boundaries of believability, but it's done in such a satisfying way. I'm okay with that, and I think a lot of people would be too. Oddly though, the one area that Nightmare at the End of the Hall fails to deliver on is kind of with the horror aspect. I think this movie might work better as a drama and a mystery rather than a horror. Even when it does attempt to scare, those are often lackluster and uninspired ghostly things that fail to land. You kind of seen them all before. Obviously, this is an issue, seeing as it is being sold as a horror movie, so I can't ignore that, and I'm certainly not telling you to. Yet, it is hard to be harsh, as everywhere else Nightmare at the End of the Hall impresses. It's not the best thing you'll ever see, I'm not telling you that. But considering the likely low expectations you might have, and I certainly did going in, it stands out for the right reasons. I think it's well worth a watch. Got any thoughts on it? You know what to do. Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please help us out by giving us a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. If you really liked what you saw, consider donating to keep the website and channel running by buying us a coffee via our coffee page or picking up some merch from our Big Cartel store. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as via our social media, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, as well as listen to our interviews via SoundCloud, Apple Music and Spotify. Just search for GBHBL. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?